and it was hard to celebrate, and it was a moment of guilt and survivor's guilt, because I was in a position where I had a lot of people sending me messages saying, happy birthday, you're an amazing voice for the cause, you're blessed to be in your position, and there was nothing to celebrate. Because how can I be happy 1,000 miles away from my home in Palestine when I know that people didn't make it to the age of 1, let alone 23. And every day is something that I've thought about, how I get to live in peace under a safe roof and never have to worry about food security, or worry about if a bomb is dropping over my head, or worry if I want to go and get flour, I'll come back and I'll see none of my children are alive anymore. Or I'm having to pick apart limb by limb, part by bone, their body parts, just so that I can bury them in a dignified way, where just most of their body is put together, not even all of it. And it's hard to swallow, because I have no more right to live than anyone else. It's an international human right to live. It is the basis of life. You cannot live and be born dead. But for the Palestinians, your death certificate is issued before your birth certificate. And that is something we must remember. I saw harrowing images of a baby just being pulled out with no head. I saw nothing but the spine of a child. Nothing, literally disintegrated. Nothing that keeps it together. I saw that with my own eyes. And it's all I've seen for the last 8 months. And it's all we've seen as Palestinians for the last 76 years. It has taken too long. It is not the last 8 months that we've been asking these governments to hold the Israeli state accountable. It is 76 years we have asked them to take accountability. Yes. This is not new. The Israeli state is not new. This is exactly what they've done in the Nakba when they forced my family out, when they forced 750,000 other Palestinians out, when all of our families live stateless in refugee camps in Lebanon and in Syria and in Jordan and even within Palestine. But we've had enough. There comes a time when the people have to take measures into their own hands, when we have to grasp the people at the top by the throat and tell them that you must hold these people accountable. If we're going to pay your wages, the very least you can do is give us our right to protest. But we will not stop. You lot don't ask me every month when you take my tax money out and make me pay for it. The least you can do is let us protest peacefully so that we can voice the millions of Palestinians who have suffered for 8 months and for 76 years. When my grandmother, who had to leave Palestine at the age of 1, has never seen her home, has never been issued a passport. She lives stateless, and now every single Palestinian is being demolished. Tents are being blown up. Homes are in a place of destruction. There is nothing left in Gaza but despair, but horror. And yet we will still always call it home. We will call Palestine home, from the river to the sea. Every single part of Palestine, historic Palestine, will remain to exist. It is all we know, and it will always be what we know. It was Palestine then, it is Palestine now, and it is Palestine forever. So no, we are not going to stop. We've tried too long to do things and put our trust in the government for them to take accountability. But no, as long as the genocidal machine and the government's complicit continue to operate, we are not going to stop. And even after they one day call for a ceasefire, we will not stop until there is a Palestinian state with every single refugee allowed to return home and take what's right. The land is ours, from the river to the sea. Palestine will always be free. Thank you.
Holocaust, they are systematically destroying every single thing that makes Palestine sustainable for human life. One of which is the healthcare system. There are no hospitals left in Gaza. There are only field hospitals. The last fully functioning hospital is called the European Hospital on the border of Rafah. Dr. Mohammed Tahrir, who works with Fajr Scientific, has recently come back from Gaza and gave his harrowing accounts. While he is operating in theatres, they are feeling the foundations of the hospital being rocked by the bombs that are being dropped on civilian tents just meters away. The ambulance workers don't even go to pick them up when this happens because they know that they will be targeted. They only civilians, these innocent people who are being butchered night and day by the Israeli war machine. And what is even worse is that we are all unwilling participants in this horrific genocide because our UK government, the unelected government, are using our taxes to fund this genocide. Instead of investing in public services, the NHS, social housing, the police force, many other things that are absolutely on the brink of collapse, they are investing in a Zionist entity that we have no interest in. British interests do not lie in the Middle East. Only corrupt warmongers who have financial gain in their pockets and an ulterior motive. So we, as people, need to take the power back. We need to force the hand of the government. And let's not forget, this is election year. We will not vote into power any person who has abstained or rejected the ceasefire. We must stand strong today. We will not be intimidated. We will stand firm to our vision of a free Palestine. And we will do what it takes until our demands are met. Free, free!
I just want to read one poem to remind everyone that this doesn't stop at a ceasefire. It stops at a Palestinian state because we have to honour all our martyrs. And that is the final part of honouring them, when everyone who died for the cause would be able to return home. It's by Mahmoud Darwish, the Palestinian poet. The war will end. The leaders will shake hands. The old woman will keep waiting for her martyred son. That girl will wait for her beloved husband, and those children will wait for their heroic father. I don't know who sold our homeland, but I saw who paid the price. Like Tabby said, Britain, America have no reason to be in the Middle East. Hands off the Middle East, that is our home and our territory, and we will return home. And everyone that we lost in the process will be honoured. And when we will remember them in Al-Quds, in Akka, in Haifa, in Safad, in Yafa, every single part of historic Palestine.